Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Don't know how the beginning of this video looked, but I'm here to give you my top 10 best video games of all time, in my own opinion, of course. So, you know what, let's just get this started, and we're gonna kick off with number 10, which I'm gonna say has to be Evolve. I mean, I just got this game yesterday, and it's amazing. It's just, I love being the Trapper class, for one, and the Goliath, which is the only one I've currently played, is fun to use as well. I leap around behind the enemy, and then I stay up close. That's what I do. I always take out the healer first, and then the Trapper, and then basically I leave the guy that attacks me for last, because without all the support, he's actually fairly easy to take down before death. And then we have number 9, which is going to Skyrim, one of the favorite RPGs that I've played for the past, 3 years, I believe it was that I played it. And it's just amazing. I play with a mage that uses war axes, and I run around with my, ebony war axe, I think it might have been. I haven't played in a while. I have my wife, my kids, and then I go around slaying dragons, beat all 3 DLC. Then, of course, one of the things about this game is just, I'm not sure if I like it or not. It's I saved the world, twice, and no one knows who I am. But then if I, steal a watermelon, I'm just using that example. If I steal a watermelon or kill a chicken, everyone knows who I am. So, that's pretty much all I have to say about this game, about Dovahkiin and such. And there's a lot of good mods for it too, but I haven't experimented with that. I just know there are. So let's go to number 8, which is Legend of Zelda, a very good franchise. And the first game that I ever played was the Minish Cap, and I loved that game so much. And then I get into the new 3D games, and I still love them. I love Twilight Princess, and I'm gonna bring this up even though it's not technically a Zelda game. Hyrule Warriors was incredibly fun, and I hate hack-and-slash games. Well, most hack-and-slash games, as you'll see later. But let's just go down to number 7. Super Smash Brothers. One of my favorite, dare I say it, fighting games. You will not see any more fighting games on this list, because my 11th favorite game is a fighting game, so sorry for that. And it's Soul Calibur, just honorable mentions right here. But Smash Brothers is very fun for me. I main Link. Well, it changed throughout the games. I never played the original, but in Melee I mained Kirby. In Brawl I mained Snake. Cause let's be honest, Snake was incredibly cheap. You can see him kinda at the top there, a little bit limply hanging. But yeah. Now I main Link, and I'm incredibly good with him, and I've only ever lost one online match with him, so that's all I really have to say about this great franchise that brings not just Nintendo characters, but third-party alike, all together into one Battle Royale. And then we have number 6, which is one of my favorite MMOs that I no longer play, sadly. And it's Wizard 101. And there's only one reason why I don't play it. I was going to get back into playing it about a month ago. But when I logged on, all my wizard characters were deleted. And they have not answered me with my request, how did this happen? And I only really care about one of them, which I don't even remember the name of anymore. But he was a level late 20, early 30, I believe it was. Storm magic guy. Because it's not really a mage, it's a wizard, I guess. Level late 20s, early 30s Storm Wizard that I was really good with. And it's just he had Stormzilla, all these different spells. And he's just utterly on. So that's kind of one of the reasons this isn't higher up on the list, I believe. But let's just go down to number 5, I believe it is. Ah, yes. I loved this game so much. Battleblock Theater. And one of my favorite parts about it was the creation. There's not much more to say about it, because this game is just so amazing. And the story is great, And when you play that campaign, you start to get really tested towards the end. Like, how good are you at this? The final level, like, the ending was pretty, like, it was saddening to me, in my opinion. But, yeah. But the creation modes, like, all the stuff you could make with this was just amazing. So, speaking of Battleblock Theater, and speaking of how I hate hack and slash games, well, most of them, let's move down to number 4, which is made by the same developers, and is one of the only hack and slash games I like, if you can call it that. Beat 'em up, hack and slash. Pretty much the same to me. Number 4, Castle Crashers. A lot of you probably know this game. I always played the Fire Knight, no matter how many people we unlocked. I was always the Fire Knight, which is the orange one over there. And I actually got that weapon that was pretty hard to get after you beat the Necromancer at the end of the game. You can actually pick up his dragon sword. I don't know if many people know that. You probably do. But I actually didn't notice until the second time I fought him, because I wanted my friends to see the ending. So the second time I fought him, I made it my mission to get that sword. So then I fought him a third time, and I couldn't get the sword quick enough. But then the fourth time, I was just barely able to pick up that sword. And I am so unstoppable with it. No one wants to let me have my level 80 Fire Knight when we battle each other. Because, well, fair enough. Number 3. This one saddens me. Free Realms. The best MMO I've ever played. It had it all. It had roleplay aspect. You could be whatever you want when you went into combat. There were medics. There were wizards. And then there was what I was maxed out as, a brawler. And then I stopped playing the game for a good month or two. And it was gone. I didn't even notice. Because I hadn't known. And I went to log on and stuff was wrong. It wasn't working. And then it's just... they got rid of it. And I still don't know to this day why. If any of you have ever met the character Connor Starblast on this game, that was me. If any of you ever messed with the person that I always hung out with, Alana Marie Peak, or something like that, I was always there to defend that person. That I'm not going to bring their real lifeness into it. I was always there. And some of you might have even experienced my brawling, may I say, skill in combat. I only ever lost one duel. I'll tell you that much now. And that was against a maxed out archer. Because they kept staying away, which was smart. Because if they got up close, I probably could have, like, 3-shotted them. But let's just move out of this sad territory to number 2. Better than Legend of Zelda, dare I say it. No. Don't dare me. I said it anyways, because I fully believe it. Dark Cloud, the PlayStation 2 classic, is by far one of my favorite games of all time. And I actually, after these 13 years, have finally gotten to the final boss, because I stopped playing for 8 years. Don't worry, it didn't take me 13 years to finish this game. I can't beat the final boss. The Dark Genie is so incredibly overpowered in my book. You know, like, I got to his 3rd stage, and then I got killed because the camera glitched out, and all I could see was purple. And then I saw myself fall to the ground. So, let's just go to number 1. Oh, I'm really excited for this one. That's right. The best game of all time is by far Pong. It has a great campaign where you're the young David Williams. This is his emotional spectrum. He's being bullied by 2 people, and all he wants to do is escape. But you need to help him escape. You need to try to take the bullies off course and just let him escape. It's a very emotional game. And you have the online play, which was just amazing, that had no story. You were just controlling the paddles, trying to win. Sorry for that, like, noise for a second there. But I'm just really passionate about this game. This game is just completely and utterly amazing. Happy April Fool's Day, everyone. That was, except for the last one, I guess my top 9 favorite games of all time. My 10th is Soul Calibur, like I said. Have a good April Fool's Day.